Hey everybody, welcome to episode 29 of Round the Twist. It's March 3rd. March 3rd already. This year is going fast. Knitting Olympics are over. I'm back to 100% me now that that's passed. No more monogamous knitting. I've been kind of all over the place. And I know I'm recording this a little bit later than I normally do, and well, that's because I got nap attacked by both a fleece blanket and a warm puppy earlier. So, yeah, it's about 3:30 Thursday morning, and I'm getting around to recording episode 29. So let's just dive right into it with what's on my needles. The pink work sock pink work sock number 2, has obviously gotten a workout this week. As soon as Knitting Olympics were over, man, I dove into this thing. It was so nice to just knit on something besides the Ishbell, which we'll get to in a little bit. This is still the Trekking XXL in colorway 53. Now in size 1s over 72 stitches. It's just my basic vanilla stockinette sock pattern. Not your typical Trekking that you normally think of, the one that kind of is heathered and works its way down, but I like it. And Trekking's one of those, for me, it's one of those workhorse yarns, like Opal, Regia, Online, any of those that they might not be the softest yarns, but man, do they wear well. My last pair of vanilla socks, the Opal, the Rainforest, the Peacock vanilla socks that are up on my Rav page, those, from wearing inside my work dance goes, which are a little bit tighter, they're just showing wear like right here at the turn of the heel. And it's not wear, like it's not getting thin. It's actually felting a little bit and actually getting thicker. So it's standing up a little bit better. So I have high hopes for these as well. And I work this coming weekend. So this will probably be done, hopefully, provided the weekend is not crazy like work has been lately. But yeah, size 1s, 2.25 millimeters. Did I say that? I probably did. I can't remember, obviously. I need coffee. Excuse me. I only drank 1 cup of coffee, which is probably why I was nap attacked earlier. Moving on, the Aztec Mazes sweater has come out of its little mini hibernation. I'm through the ribbing. I'm actually, excuse me, gotta move the coffee cup over so I don't knock it over here. Working my way through, I actually ended up like 2 rows shorter than what the pattern calls for, in the ribbing. It says you should, for like 2 3/4 inches, you should be through row 23, and I finished through row 21, and I had 3 inches already, so I stopped. So my row gauge is a little bit off, but it's not a huge deal. It's not as important as like the Tangled Yoke cardigan, which, did I tell you guys I ripped that out? It's ripped out. Anyway. Aztec Mazes sweater is by Ann Hansen from Knit Spot, and I'm actually doing the medium size, which is the 240 stitches around, which is why I've only gotten this far. But I'm loving it so far. I haven't gotten into the actual maze, the zigzaggy garter rib pattern, but this is one of the cables that is running up the side, and I'm loving it so far. I am not cabling without a cable needle on this one. I thought about it, and then I was like, you know what? I've got these beautiful cable needles. Sorry, Phoebe just walked in with her duck. Hopefully it won't start quacking. I'm sorry if it does. A couple of years ago for Christmas, Mom bought me these beautiful, the Celtic Swan Forge cable needles. And there's a size 1, a size 3, and a size 6 in a set of 3. And this is the 3. I have used the 1 before. I have not used the 6 yet. I did just move up to the size 6 needles. But when I use a cable needle, I like to have it be a little bit smaller than the stitches that I'm actually working with. So I'm using the 3 to do all the cables on the 2 side panels. Let's see. Oh, the yarn. Yeah. It's that god-awful tanny, beigey, orangey, obviously not anymore, Cascade Lana de Oro that was overdyed by the wonderful Sandy from Bunky Bobo, and I will link to her in the show notes. Hopefully I will have enough. This is the first 4 skeins in a giant ball, and I've just barely taken a bit out of the middle for what I've got so far. So high hopes for that. Probably by the time I finish it, it'll be 70 degrees outside, but I don't care. I almost want to finish this in time for Spring Fling just so I can take it along and wear it inside the hotel in case it's cold. And since Ann Hansen's going to be there too. Yeah. That's kind of fun. The Kittree number 2 is still looking the same. See, here's the ball of lace weight for the cuff. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to it. Probably when I finish recording tonight. No promises, but probably I'll sit down and string the beads, and we'll see how it goes from there. I probably won't get started on this or won't have it done for next week simply because I do have to work this next weekend, and this is not a project, especially the lace cuff. The sock itself I can tote along to work, but once the cuff gets started, I cannot take that anywhere. I can't watch TV. I sit down, I pop my iPod in, and I just listen to old podcast episodes and just silence. Puppy, do not bother me. I give her a bone to distract her, and yeah. So hopefully we'll get those done this month sometime. On my wheel, I actually started the second bump of the Crown Mountain Farms Superwash Merino in Atlantis. This is the first bump done, first third of the roving done. I started the second bit tonight at Knit Night down at Whole Foods, and I got a good bit done, maybe like 7 feet of the roving completed, but you know how sit knit is, you sit and talk more than work on anything, and that goes for spinning too, but I did get some spinning done, so yay. And now, moving on, the FO of the week that you probably have been noticing. Let me get it off here. This would be the Ishbell. That was my Olympic knitting. Make sure I'm showing you guys the right side. Yes, I am. This is the Ishbell by Isolde Teague. It is the large size. And I used, I actually finished this, got it all blocked and everything on Saturday. So I finished it in plenty of time. It wasn't really down to the wire for me with getting this done. In fact, I didn't even watch the closing ceremonies because I was like, I'm done with my Olympic knitting. I don't care. I know I should have watched it, but I was tired. I couldn't drag my butt out of bed. What can I say? But yeah, even having to rip back the stockinette portion and having to tink back a few rows in the lace portion a couple times, finished it, no problems, and it was just dumb mistakes on my part. Forgetting a yarn over or putting in an extra yarn over somewhere. Not a huge deal. I did the whole project without a lifeline, which was probably a mistake on my part, but it worked. I didn't have any major catastrophes. Anything more complicated than this, I would definitely have used a lifeline, though. I did work this on a US 6, so 4.0 millimeter. Used the Handmaiden Sea Silk 150 gram put up in amethyst. And I actually, this is like baseball size ball of yarn left over. I weighed it earlier and 40 grams out of the 150 grams, so I could have made the shawl bigger, but I didn't want to chance it. I didn't know how much the last few rows and the bind off and everything were going to eat up. And you know, when stuff gets bigger, you get scared that you're going to run out, but then the ball lasts forever. Yeah, this was one of those projects. So, that was nice. I've got a lovely new little shawl here that I can wear. And I think one of my next projects, here, let me show you this. I know, this isn't the beat up one. The Fiber Trends Felted Clogs. I love these. I wear these all the time, year-round, inside the house. Have sprung a hole. They've not sprung one hole. Well, the heel one isn't all the way through on this one. Let me pull my other one off. Hang on. I've got them on right now. This one, big hole. Bigger hole starting there. I can go all the way through, and there's a hole in the heel. So I'm going to have to knit myself another pair of these because I live in them when I'm at home. And coming up, we are like a month and a half away from Spring Fling, so make sure if you're going to be going there, let me know so I can make sure to catch up with you guys. And if you're going and I don't see you or don't know who you are, please come up and say hi. I don't bite. And I love to meet people, and yeah, I'll see everyone there. And if you're not going, I will still see you in the meantime.